Morning, everyone. Welcome to a demo session on Oracle Fusion Financials. And I'm Laxman Reddy. I'm your trainer. And we are going to discuss what is Oracle Fusion and what is Oracle application. Basically, I'm going to take you through the entire process of what is an ERP, what are the opportunities available in the market, job opportunities once you complete the course, and what is the duration of the course, and what are the different modules we are going to cover in this course. So all those things, and if anybody has any questions, we can take up those things, and I'll also cover the FAQs, frequently asked questions. When somebody is relatively new, just completed their graduation and want to take up this training, and also for somebody who has uh, already got some domain experience and they want to move into the IT side. This is the best opportunity where they can learn this application and move into the IT industry. And let me tell you, this is completely a non-coding uh, job. So it's a consultant where they don't have to code anything. Okay, so it's all a pre-built application, ERP application, which you have to understand the application and how it works and what are the configurations required to run this application. So today we are going to learn Oracle Fusion Financials. So Financials is part of Oracle Fusion applications. Uh, so let me take you to the next slide. So in this introduction screen slide, we have what is the duration of the course. So primarily it's 2 months course. And if we cover more than 1 hour every day, then it is going to be a 1.5 month course. We can complete in within 45 days. And if there are any too many holidays or any breaks, then we consider it may go up to 2 months time. And timings, we have two slots available in the morning time, that is 8 to 9, and also another batch from 9 to 10. So you can join any batch as per your convenience. And we have classes starting from Monday to Friday. So all the 5 days we will have class regularly. And once you are done with the class, the online classes, you will get the recordings from our team, and you can also do practice on the same day. You will also get instance access, so you can practice. This is about the introduction, and coming to the Oracle. What is Oracle? Coming to what is Oracle. So okay, so sorry about it. So coming to what is Oracle. So Oracle stands for Oak Ridge Automatic Computer and Logical Engine. Okay, so ORACLE. So O stands for Oak and R stands for Ridge. A stands for automatic, C stands for computer, L stands for logical, and E stands for engine. So it's Oak Ridge Automatic Computer and Logical Engine. And so when Oracle started their company, their main business was database. They used to manage the databases and they used to supply the servers related to databases. Later on, they started developing the ERPs, enterprise resource planning applications, and that is how we have different versions of ERPs. It has evolved over a period of time. So primarily, application consists of database, web pages, and reports. This Oracle application consists of database, web pages, and reports. Okay, so database is again so where we store all the information, and primarily we use SQL queries to retrieve the data or to store the data in the database. As a front end, we have forms and pages. as a UI, user interface, we have the forms and pages. And at the same time, if you want to run any reports, we can run on the database. We can pull the reports using the SQL programming. So moving on to the next slide. So these are all the different names for a finance consultant. So we have Oracle Fusion Finance Consultant. So there could be jobs released on these different names. So all these are the same. So just that the naming conventions are different. So we have different names, like few companies, they release the jobs on Oracle Fusion Financials Functional Consultant. Other companies may release on Fusion Cloud Financial Consultant, or we also call it as Oracle Fusion Financials Consultant. So don't get confused. These are all the same. Okay, so we have huge job opportunities in this field. There are a lot of consultants required to support different businesses across the globe. So we will come to the versions of Oracle. So पहले जब उन लोग जब स्टार्ट किए थे कौन से वर्जन में थे अभी करंटली कौन से वर्जन में हैं. So when they started their application, they started with Oracle EBS. EBS stands for e-business suite. Okay, so first they started with 11i application, where only forms were released, Java forms, where we could see as a UI, and all the data was entered in the Java forms. So it was only form-based application when they released 11i. So EBS is Enterprise Business Suite. And later they released another version in 2006, that is Oracle EBS Release 12 version. And in this Release 12 version, we get to see both forms and web pages. So web pages typically जो होता है कि जो इंटरनेट से हम लोग एक्सेस कर सकते हैं, those are all web pages. And forms are typically Java forms, where you have to install the forms in your laptop or desktop to access these Oracle forms. Okay, so it's a combination of both forms and web pages. It's a combination of both. And this was released in 2006. And later they upgraded their application and they released Oracle Fusion application. Nothing but it's a cloud application in 2015. So when we say cloud application, so we don't have to install any software in our laptops. All we need is a proper internet to access the application, and a laptop which supports this speed of this internet, and we can access from anywhere just by using a URL, one username and password. Okay, so this application इसमें सब कुछ web based है, web pages based है, and they started with release 7. Later they moved on to release 8, and then they moved on to release 9, 10, 11, 12, and currently we are in 13th version. So release 13 is the latest one in Oracle Fusion cloud application. And we have every quarter, they are releasing new patches. Patches in the sense they are releasing some new updates, new enhancements in the same application. I hope everybody is able to follow me. So please stop me if you get confused anywhere. Or if you have any questions, you can stop me anywhere. Moving on to the next slide, we have the product families. So what are the different product families we have within Oracle Fusion? So we have Oracle Fusion Financials. So primarily covering the finance modules. So all the finance modules are part of this Oracle Fusion Financials. And we are going to learn this course over a period of 1.5 months time. And so primarily this is used by the finance team in every company. In finance team, you will have different teams like a payables team रहता है, एक receivables team रहता है, एक GL team रहता है जो reconcile करते हैं, जो accounts maintain करते हैं और balance sheet और financial reports pull करते हैं. और बाकी टीम्स जैसे कि फिक्स्ड एसेट्स का टीम एक रहता है जो कंपनी के एसेट्स को मैनेज करते हैं, जो भी फिक्स्ड एसेट्स है लाइक लैंड, बिल्डिंग्स, मशीनरी, ऑल दोस थिंग्स. और बैंक स्टेटमेंट्स रिकंसिलिएशन और बैंक ट्रांजैक्शंस को रिकंसाइल करने के लिए वी हैव अनदर मॉड्यूल कॉल्ड कैश मैनेजमेंट. और जो भी एम्प्लॉयज जो एक्सपेंसेस सबमिट करते हैं वो मैनेज करने के लिए वी हैव अनदर मॉड्यूल कॉल्ड आई एक्सपेंस, एम्प्लॉय एक्सपेंसेस. इसके अलावा देर आर few other small modules like iSupplier, those kind of things, iProcurement. There are few other modules. So, in as part of financials, we have these major modules like general ledger, accounts payables, accounts receivables, fixed assets, and cash management. And moving on to the next course, that is Oracle SCM, stands for Supply Chain Management. सो प्राइमरली इसमें जो होता है, जो सप्लाई चेन रिलेटेड मॉड्यूल्स है वो सब इसमें रहते हैं लाइक इन्वेंट्री, प्रोक्योरमेंट और ऑर्डर मैनेजमेंट. ऑल दोस मॉड्यूल्स आर पार्ट ऑफ दिस सप्लाई चेन. एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट हमारे पास और भी मॉड्यूल्स हैं जो ऑरेकल पीपीएम है, दैट इज प्रोजेक्ट एंड पोर्टफोलियो मैनेजमेंट. सो प्राइमरली प्रोजेक्ट्स जो भी है इसमें मैनेज करते हैं. एंड वी हैव HCM, ह्यूमन कैपिटल मैनेजमेंट. एंड यू हैव अ सेपरेट मॉड्यूल फॉर प्रोक्योरमेंट आल्सो, दैट इज ऑरेकल प्रोक्योरमेंट. सो प्राइमरली जो परचेजिंग करते हैं वो सब प्रोक्योरमेंट में आता है. Any kind of raw materials or finished goods purchased in any company, we take up that as part of procurement process. Moving on to the next slide, we have so applications covered as part of this training. So again, हम लोग जो सीख रहे हैं वो Oracle Fusion Financials से और Financials कोर्स से है प्राइमरली. और Financials कोर्स में जो जो भी मॉड्यूल्स हैं जो हम लोग सीखेंगे वो सब यहाँ पे लिस्ट आउट कर दिया गया है. तो पहला जो होता है Oracle Fusion जनरल लेक्चर, जिसमें आप फ्यूजन फाइनेंशियल्स रिपोर्ट्स वो सब कैसे, जीएल जैसे कि जर्नल्स को कैसे मैनेज करना है, जर्नल्स को कैसे पोस्ट करना है, कैसे इंपोर्ट करना है दूसरे मॉड्यूल से, और कैसे रिपोर्ट्स पुल करना है जैसे कि कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट, जैसे कि P&L स्टेटमेंट एंड बैलेंस शीट, वो सब जीएल में हम लोग सीखेंगे. Coming to the next module, that is accounts payables. Primarily इसमें जो होता है, जो भी हम लोग procure करते हैं from our vendors, उसका जो invoices रहता है, जिसका payments रहता है, वो सब इसमें we will cover as part of this accounts payables. So invoice entry, payment processing, जो भी payment करते हैं वो सब कैसे जो भी invoices को apply करते हैं वो सब इसमें सीखते हैं. जब पेमेंट बनता है तो इनवॉइस कैसे क्लोज होंगे उसका, तो वो सब इसमें देखते हैं. और कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट मॉड्यूल, दैट इज ऑरेकल फ्यूजन अकाउंट्स रिसीवेबल्स. प्राइमरली जो भी कस्टमर्स का ट्रांजैक्शंस रहता है, कस्टमर इनवॉइसेस, और जब उन लोग पेमेंट्स भेजते हैं उसका जो रिसीट्स बनता है वो सब हम कैसे एंटर करते हैं, कैसे उसको इनवॉइसेस को अप्लाई करते हैं, कैसे उसको क्लोज करते हैं और अकाउंट सेटल करते हैं, वो सब we will get to see in accounts receivables. एंड जो भी कंपनी का एसेट्स रहता है, डिप्रिसिएशन जो कैलकुलेट करना होता है वो सब हम लोग फिक्स्ड एसेट्स मॉड्यूल में सीखेंगे. हाउ टू एंटर एसेट, हाउ टू ट्रांसफर एसेट्स, how to retire an asset, how to calculate depreciation until the asset is retired. We will be covering as part of the fixed assets module. And primarily any kind of reconciliation, bank reconciliation, anything to do with payments or receipts, we will be covering as part of the cash management. So whatever the transactions we do with the banks, we will cover that in the cash management module. We will know how to import the bank statement from the different banks. How do we perform the auto reconciliation? How do we perform the manual reconciliation in cash management? जो फ्यूजन टैक्सेस जो है वो टैक्स कॉन्फ़िगरेशन जैसे कि जीएसटी है, सीजीएसटी है, एसजीएसटी है, वो सब कैसे कॉन्फ़िगर करते हैं. एंड फॉर अदर कंट्रीज यू हैव वैट, वैल्यू एडेड टैक्स एंड ऑल दैट. सो कैसे हम लोग ये सब सेटअप करते हैं, कॉन्फ़िगर करते हैं टैक्सेस को, एंड हाउ डू दे अपीयर ऑन आवर इनवॉइसेस, वो सब वी विल लर्न इन दिस ऑरेकल फ्यूजन टैक्स. और एक्सपेंसेस जैसे कि हमने डिस्कस किया था कि एम्प्लॉय एक्सपेंसेस रिएम्बर्समेंट. सो जो भी कैसे उन लोग एक्सपेंसेस सबमिट करते हैं, कैसे हम लोग रिएम्बर्स करते हैं बेस्ड ऑन द अप्रूवल्स फ्रॉम डिफरेंट अथॉरिटीज, वो सब वी विल बी कवरिंग एज पार्ट ऑफ द Oracle Fusion expenses. Coming to the next one, Oracle Fusion BPM stands for Business Process Management. So जो भी approvals process है within the application, like journal approvals है या invoice approvals है, some employee expense approvals है, whatever the approvals related, all those configurations we will do it in the Oracle Fusion BPM. नेक्स्ट है Oracle Fusion FSM. FSM stands for Functional Setup Manager. जो भी कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस करते हैं हम एप्लीकेशन, so whenever we buy an application, the licenses from Oracle, so we have to configure the application as per the client's requirements. Okay, so we as functional consultants, we do this process, and so how do we do the setups? How do we configure the application as per the client requirement? We will do all those things in the FSM module, Functional Setup Manager module. Other than that, we also have IDM or OIM, both are same, identity management or Oracle Identity Management. So in this, we will, as part of this, we will have access to security console, where we will give access control to different users, what roles they need to have, what access level they need to have. All those things we will control from the security console as part of the Oracle Fusion IDM. Then we have for supply chain, we have order management for to capture all the sales orders, and for others we have other modules like inventory product management के लिए we have another module for stock material management and all that. And then we have for any kind of purchases from vendors, it could be raw materials or finished goods, we have a Oracle Fusion purchasing. Okay, so I hope this is clear. In between, I'll just show you the application, how it looks like. So typically, how the application looks like. This is how the application looks like when somebody logs into the application. And this is for setup financials. So how do we do the configurations? How do we manage primary ledgers and all that in the Oracle General Ledger? We'll get to see here. So I just clicked an hyperlink in this application. So it is asking for login again. So I log in into this application by signing in with username and password. So this is how the application looks like. Okay, so it's a Vision instance, and we are accessing Vision instance. And so this is where we will have setup and maintenance. We go to setup and maintenance. Okay, so we try to configure a simple task. So we have a lot of tasks here, legal structures and all that. So within GL, maybe we can click on manage primary ledger. So this is how, when you click on this hyperlink, it will take you to another screen where you have a lot of options. So we will be learning how to navigate through these different screens. Uh, if you have to create a primary ledger, where to click, okay, what are the fields which will be available in each screen? What are the mandatory fields? What are the optional fields? Okay, and what information needs to be filled in each of these to configure the application for all the modules. So we'll be learning all these things in our training program. So this is for 1.5 months, and it may go up to 2 months. Depends upon if there are any too many breaks or holidays in between. And there are immense job opportunities for these consultant roles, because if you see, there are a lot of opportunities available within the country and outside the country also. There are a lot of opportunities available, job opportunities for both freshers and as well as for the experienced people. So local and abroad, we have a lot of MNC companies who are hiring for these Oracle consultants. And we have some services and tech companies who are hiring, who usually have a lot of clients. Then there are some product-based companies who need consultants to manage their application. So there are support projects, there are implementation projects uh, in which a consultant can work on. So they get opportunity to work on these kind of projects. A lot of on-site opportunities. People who learned Oracle, they are working in USA, they are working in Australia, London, and Middle East, including African countries. So not just in India, there are opportunities flowing in from other countries abroad. So you have bright opportunity to grab any of these jobs. Okay, and so what is that we learn in this functional consultant role? So we will learn how to do the setups and configurations for a new application, and also we learn the functionality of each of those applications, each of the modules. So how do we use those applications? So when we have to train the users from the customer side, so first we should learn. So we will learn the application, we will know, we'll understand how to do the configurations and setups, and how to maintain the application. As part of support project, we will know what kind of support issues we will come across when we are actually the users are using the application. So we will discuss in detail every day, and you will get to practice the application also. And any kind of customizations required, like any kind of changes required, कुछ भी changes चाहिए application में, कुछ enhancements चाहिए, कुछ integrations चाहिए, जैसे कि third party integration, third party tools है, third party applications है, और कुछ mobile application है, उसके साथ integrations चाहिए. So that we can do all this as part of the customization, and we will learn some of those in this training. And so there are few questions from the earlier batches, like should I learn SAP or Oracle Fusion? So you must be seeing the news nowadays. The Oracle is leading nowadays, and SAP is behind Oracle. And so there are a lot of opportunities coming in, both on the AI side. So within Oracle, we have a lot of AI agents which are developed by Oracle itself. So we get to work on those AI agents in automating parts of the processes within the Oracle application. Second question, over. So if you ask me which is better, I would say Oracle Fusion is better compared to SAP, because the scope is less for SAP nowadays, but the chances are more for the Oracle Fusion financial applications. Do I have to learn coding as part of the course? Absolutely no. coding is not required. You're not coding anything. This is a packaged application. All you are doing is learning how to configure the application, how to use the application, how to manage the application. You don't have to do any coding. Coding is not at all required. And as a functional consultant, you're not supposed to do any coding. If there are any customizations to be done, you will take help from the technical consultant and you will get it done. But your job is to understand the business requirement and also how to accommodate the requirements in the application. Okay, so design and all those things will be done by you, but execution of what code needs to be changed to be done by the technical team. So I would say coding is not at all required for this course. You don't have to be worried. Anybody who is a graduate, anybody who is willing to learn, who has good English and who knows a bit of MS Office tools like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, you can go ahead and learn this course. Should I choose functional or technical courses? Absolutely up to you. But if you ask me, 80% of jobs are for functional, only 20% are for technical. So if you want to grab more opportunities, then better you learn functional trainings rather than going for technical courses. Because again, you have to learn coding also in technical. So I would say functional is better. Why Oracle Fusion Financials? Because finance is it's a core strength of Oracle. So it's it has got very good grip on finance side. So if you take the data integrity, security, all those things, so it is far better compared to any other applications in the market. So you will have a lot of other applications like SAP, Microsoft Dynamics. Then there are other tools. So I would say Fusion Financials is leading. So that's why we are offering courses more on the Oracle Fusion Financials. So job opportunities for graduates, BTech, MTech, MCA, MSc in Oracle Financials. And even if you are a BCom grad or MCom grad or any other stream. So it's not a hindrance or hurdles. So you come whatever the graduation you have, you can learn this course and start learning, and then you try for a better opportunity within this field. Application practice and real-time projects. Yes, we will give you opportunity to work on application. You can practice on the application and also real-time projects. Yes, so we will provide that opportunity for you to work on some real-time projects with us. So we have a lot of projects which are going on. So that is all from my side. If you have any questions, we can take up in the next session. Thank you so much for joining this session. Okay, thank you and all the best.